Yeah, boy.
It's Tuesday. Oh man, I gotta. Somebody left us a message on thing asking when we go live.
I already told him
Okay.
because I respond to our fans
Okay.
and our listeners
Okay.
while you just sit there with your crooked ass fucking glasses.
Are they
God,
crooked?
your glasses are crooked as hell.
That's because of the headphones.
No, it's got your fat fucking face. That's why.
Oh man, that's hurtful.
All right. Let's see. We're streaming on everything but Facebook. Of course.
Sorry. I guess Facebook just don't like.
I gotta
be banned.
I'll have to I think I need to reconnect it. You know how you have to sign back in and shit.
The key and all that stuff. We could be banned.
I'll just post the video on Facebook. Ain't no big deal, bro.
We could be banned.
Yeah, we could be, Grant.
It's probably because I'm the bad boy.
Uh-oh. If in the podcast speech.
All right.
Oh
God.
shit. 18, bitch.
Uh-oh.
We continue.
I was gonna continue without you anyway.
No, you won't. I'll just shut it down.
That's true. I forgot about that.
All right.
Roll a handsome check, Ed.
Let's try that again. 19, bitch.
Oh, there we go. All right.
19, bitch.
It fell off the table the first time. That's what happened.
All right.
But it would roll like the face, like the picture or whatever.
No, it rolled like a 2 the first time. All right. Well, let me retweet everything because no one is watching. No one's watching, Grant.
Hey, that's all right.
No one's watching, Grant. All right.
The Lord's watching, Ed.
We are live on X. Exclamation point. Exclamation point.
Did you call me?
All right. Hashtag Stellarblade.
Oh.
Hashtag Stellarblade.
Hashtag Eve.
Hashtag Eve. No, it's probably like some OnlyFans girl. Blade PC. Blade PC. All right. We are live on X, Grant. Let's go to that YouTube. Make sure we're streaming on that YouTube, Grant.
Look like I'm about to solve a quantum physics.
I don't stream to Twitch anymore, I don't think. Do I?
No?
No, yeah, I do.
You know, we need to do Kick.
Why? Why Kick?
Because then it
We used to do Kick.
What happened?
I don't know. It just was lame.
I mean, it's just an extra outlet. I mean, might as well.
But I only can do up to 5.
Oh, I see. Well, if Facebook doesn't work, then kick out Facebook.
Why? We got like thousands of followers on Facebook, and we get like a lot of views on Facebook. So why would we do that?
So what are you saying?
You're not smart, Graham. I mean, you're wearing glasses for the first fucking time on podcast ever. I don't know what kind of persona you're trying to pull off here, but it's not working.
It's because I got a headache and my eyes hurt. That's the persona. I wear these all the time when I'm working. When my eyes work.
First time ever on podcast, Grant.
So,
all right, we're live on that. Let me retweet it or repost it.
That's what I do when I'm about to say something serious.
Repost it. What are you about to say?
What?
You about to say something stupid, weren't you?
So,
is Grant going to say something stupid? 15. That's a yes.
That means no. He fumbled.
Is Grant going to say something stupid? Let's see.
Well, that's a 20. You don't
Does Grant look like a lame little bitch with those glasses on?
Oh, no. That's 1.
18.
No, 1. That means the opposite.
Killing the rolls, boy. My D20.
Well, actually.
What was this, a D20?
D's nuts.
Is it a D? Is that what it's called?
I don't know. I guess. Count them.
Let's see. Maybe it's a D. Maybe it's a D18, Grant.
I don't know. Is there a 20 on there?
Let's see. There's like a face. It goes up to 19 and 2 weird icons.
So the face might be a 20. I don't know.
What, Grant?
I never played Magic.
D20. It's a D20 dice.
Well, actually, Ed.
Oh God! Did you want to do that all podcast?
Nah, man. Nah. Like I will say this. Like I'm supposed to be wearing these all the time because my vision is terrible. My vision is really bad.
Get LASIK.
No, I'm not getting LASIK. I've heard too many horror stories of like fucking I'm gonna come like Cyclops.
No, that's maybe like 20 years ago, but now it's like easy. It's like a
Well, they might
5 minute
mess up.
procedure.
Well, I will
It's a
say this.
5 minute procedure, and it's very successful.
I will say this. I could, if that go blind, I'll turn into Daredevil.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
They call me Matt Murdock. Come on, there's a
Fat
layup.
Murdock.
There we go. I laid it up for you. What's funny is I saw it hit your brain.
I was thinking this is a Daredevil.
Oh man, that's good. I laid it up for you.
All right. Live on YouTube. Grant. Live on YouTube, Grant.
How many trailers you got for today?
I don't got any trailers today. They all suck.
No. Well, we can't create trailers out of thin air.
Nah, there's not many good trailers. I've been waiting for Kojima's new trailer.
Well, here's the thing: is there's a lot of. It's just like been like a shitty like if you don't know it's been like a shitty last 2 weeks of like news, and because the war has been taken, or quote unquote whatever's going on, the conflict has taken up 90% of everything.
Yeah, it has.
I think people are I think here's the thing is I think there's like news, but I think people are holding it until like because it'd get lost in the shuffle, you know.
Nobody knows what's going on, dude.
Well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean, though.
Because
I'm saying like
my job, my job of what I see, and then I see what people talk about. I'm like, these motherfuckers are so dumb.
Yeah, well,
they're just regurgitating their point of view.
What my point is like, if they released it now, then it'd get lost in the shuffle of nobody really caring until all this blows over.
Only one that I've seen that's been pretty good on things is open source intel.
Yeah,
but I mean that's still very pro-Israel, which I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But it's sometimes when you get around those pro-country accounts or representing really propaganda, they've been pretty good, pretty damn good. Not over exaggerating.
It'd be funny if it was like
what's going on.
It'd be funny if it was like that was like Trump himself tweeting that from that account. That was his like burner account.
Well, there's one guy, I forget his name on X, but he's like talking about how Iran has like secret stuff, like all this stuff. I'm like, have you seen their fucking country right now? It's fucking everything's burning.
They
the military. I mean, it's done. It is a done deal. Yes, they have some.
Will, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, Will? They have some ballistic missile capability left, but it's a done deal. It's a done deal. Really, the final nail in the coffin is if they launch a missile at any U.S. property or, y'all
get briefings on that stuff every day, huh?
All the time. We get briefings all the time. I know what's going on, but I can't talk about it.
I understand.
I can't talk about it. Yeah,
I'd get the information out of you. I'd just waterboat you if I had to.
No, you wouldn't.
I'd just fucking.
Did you say waterboat me?
Waterboarding.
Waterboard. you
That's what I said.
No, you said waterboat.
I didn't mean to. I meant to say waterboarding.
You waterboat me?
I will. If I could take you out in the fucking ocean and take you fishing.
Oh yeah, I'd take that. I'll tell you things then.
That would be true because we'd be on international waters at that point.
Yeah, Iran's on its last leg. So whatever you guys hear in media and stuff like that, yeah, they can probably do some final little last damages there, but they're on the last leg.
You heard it here. You heard it. He just gave all the secrets out, so now they're gonna come. You'll get a phone call.
It's not secrets. I mean, you literally can be a smart individual with common sense and watch what's going
smart. You said.
Oh God, your crooked ass glasses. No one fucking cares about your glasses. But yeah, you can just kind of watch what's going on and kind of tell yourself.
That makes sense, though.
We have freedom of movement everywhere. Now think about the lasting impacts on this. So Iran kind of really has been exposed as being a paper tiger, right? Mm-hmm. By Israel, a little tiny country. With, of course, with majority our weapons and ammunition, right?
Yeah.
They've been exposed as a paper tiger with the backing of Russia and China. That's their ally. That's their allies. They go ahead and pretend like you haven't been allies. You've been allies for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
But Israel has completely clapped their cheeks, especially recently. I mean, there has been Israeli deaths, some damage done to residential buildings mainly, not
How about
really
that?
military targets.
How about that IDF account?
IDF babes? Yeah.
That's right.
Anyway.
We have to save them.
Yeah. But yeah, so everyone sees what's going on in the news, the positioning of possible things happening. So, I mean, Trump said it. This is another thing. Before we get into our gaming podcast,
Before it turns into a political podcast.
we always talk about random shit.
Yeah, we do.
It's funny how people are, they've been hitting Trump about Iran and stuff like that. Oh, we're not going to. We don't want to go to another
wars and all this other
war. Regime change. I mean, he's not doing that right now.
I think people really don't know the difference between conflict and war. Like war, it would be really hard to go to war. Like it's not, you don't just go to war.
This. He knows exactly where their supreme leader is. He knows exactly where he is, bunkered down with his family, right?
Yeah.
He vetoed Israel killing him. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying that's off the table, but he vetoed it. Yeah. He's had 60 days of fucking trying to get Iran to the table before all this shit happened. They constantly did it. Their rich uranium levels are way above civilian use. Way above. Even the AIE, whatever, that nuclear, those nuclear guys that they've said that. Mm-hmm. So it's way above normal levels. Anyway, so there's not going to, I think the smartest thing to happen here is let the Iranian people just revolt. But you have to give them the chance to do that with a regime like that.
So why is there, let me ask you a question. Why is there the Ayatollah of Iran and then there's also a king of Iran? Is it two different parties?
There's a prince too. And there's a president.
But in there like two different, is that two different? So why does the Ayatollah have more power than the king?
The Ayatollah he's in charge of the Iranian Republic. It's a very complex situation. It's a very complex history to it too. But the Iranian Republican Guard is underneath the Ayatollah.
So what's the king then? What does he do? Is he just like the queen, of England? Looks like a figurehead, just like a title.
He's like the king of England.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay,
very, very similar.
Gotcha.
But all military power is underneath him. But they're it's like a dictatorship mostly. Mm-hmm. They're too centralized. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not like modern militaries like the U.S. is. We're very decentralized. Like we get a command from higher, but then you have you can say chain of authority, chain of command that executes the way they need to execute as they are as a unit, whatever equipment, whatever preparedness they have to meet the commander's intent. As long as they meet the commander's intent, they can do whatever they want on that road to meet the commander's intent.
Yeah, I see.
Iran is not like that. But I mean, you obviously think they're very disorganized, shooting less and less ballistic missiles, shooting out all the propaganda like Baghdad Bob back in Iraq days, Iraq War, first initial. And you remember, and people would say the Iraq War, we were there for so long, is a failure. Yeah, we're not supposed to be there for occupational reasons. They had Marines doing occupation. Like, we are tip of the spear, completely eradicate the enemy, get the fuck out, let the army take over.
Yeah.
The Marines had to do a lot of stuff that we're just not, that's not our mission, man.
Yeah.
Dealing with the local population. You don't want a fucking Marine dealing with local population.
Well, they hate y'all over there anyway.
Yeah. But this one, I think it needs to be decapitate them completely and allow the Iranian people to rise up.
Yeah.
And maybe monitor it so they don't get another, whatever his name is, Kalamani, whatever his name is.
It's true.
But I don't think that's happening because Iran, a lot of people don't realize how diverse it is. It's actually a pretty diverse place.
Hey, Will, he said he was deployed in Iraq.
Yep, Iraq, Afghanistan.
Look at that. Look at these. Look at this. Huh? We got two deployed guys over here, and then you got me.
Oh, lopsided glasses Grant.
I do this right here, and they call me Universal Soldier, like Jean-Claude Van Damme.
No. No, you're not. But so my take, it's not going to be what people think. They always have that. They always have the nightmare of the Iraq
Well, they just hear
regime
war,
change.
they automatically think that
Yeah,
it's like war. They automatically think World War II every time. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I always think it's like World War II. Like, for people need to understand, for a World War to happen, somebody would have to drop a nuclear warhead. Somebody would have to use a nuclear warhead, and that would spark a world war.
yeah. Anyway, back to my point on Israel. Basically, booty cheek clapping Iran right now. China and Russia are their allies, right? They supply them with a lot of weapons, a lot of economic deals and stuff like that. So, being that Israel is a U.S. ally and they are again booty cheek clapping Iran, it's kind of a note to the world, especially the way the military, the Navy, our Navy, and everything has been happening. How fast we move in. So they see that, and then they see Israel killing, basically destroying Iran, and now the rest of the world is thinking Russia and China aren't really what they're made out to be, having to deal with them. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because Iran is Iran. The whole Middle East has always been on the tip of a knife, while Iran has been there. Dealing with Saudi Arabia, dealing with all these Islamic countries, they've always been there in the background, in the shadows, disrupting things, or the reason why some deals didn't go through. It's always
Yeah.
been Iran there. It's why you have all these proxies, all these terrorist groups in there. It's Iran. They are the sole point. They are the basically the chaos that is why the Middle East is how it is right now, because of the threat of Iran, right? If we've heard about that for years and decades, the threat of Iran. It's always been like that. Well, they've been exposed to the world and exposed, and Russia and China are like shit right now. Because
Yeah.
look at Russia and Ukraine. They've lost almost 1 million fucking troops, brother.
It's insane.
Human lives. Ukraine too. They're up there also.
Yeah.
But almost 1 million, dude.
It's a lot of people, man.
That's like war. I mean, not that high, but it's like a catastrophic war level.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is.
Yes, we lost people in Iraq for 20, but not near those fucking levels, dude. But that's the difference. Like, Trump is using the military how he should use the military, not as a occupation force that doesn't matter how long you occupy it for. You're dealing with a culture that it's not going to work. Okay. Yeah. But using the military as a quick strike force to fuck you up is the way to use the military, because that's what we can do. We invaded Iraq. We were in Baghdad in 2 weeks. Game over. The issue was the occupation of doing things we shouldn't have been doing.
Yeah.
We didn't have a good plan in that route. But Iran is like, I mean, they're fucked, dude. They're done. You watch people on Twitter and the propaganda, oh, look at Israel getting bombed and stuff. Iran is fucked. They're fucked. That is why the president got online and tweeted, what did he tweet?
Everybody
unconditional
get out.
Surrender.
Yeah.
That is the only way out of it. There's no more peace talks anymore. He's put that on the table. There's no more peace talks. They're not going to be a little. No, it's you will come.
They go do what now?
And surrender.
What they do? What they go do?
Oh, shut the fuck up. Mind in the gutter. But yeah, that's it. I mean, that is they have to surrender. But the problem with that is you have these prideful fucking people these leaders that in Iran that do not care about their people, man.
Yeah, that's true.
They care about the radical sect of the religion that is controlling everything. It's all about religion. It is. But the Iranian populace, hence why they all fled, or at least mass exodus out of Tehran, even though we also warned them to get the fuck out of there too. They're not loyal to the regime, the current regime.
Yeah.
But it's really, there's got to be an alternate route than just killing Soleimani, or whatever the fuck his name is. Kalamani, whatever his name is.
Calamari.
Killing him, and then just get him, his crazy ass son is going to replace him or something.
It's always somebody. It's always somebody worse.
You have to let the people control their country, and determine their outcome. But we need to give them the ability to do so.
All right. Well, that was war talk.
You can say I'm a war hawk. I'm not. I don't want war. We're not positioned to do any ground force in Iran.
Yeah, no, I know.
But we are positioned to obliterate them.
Yeah.
It's just like people are so caught up with this regime change thing that I don't think they understand that, okay, do nothing. Say Israel did not attack Iran. Then we have years, decades, more decades, probably another century of fucking more terrorists, more funding, more death, more.
People don't understand.
Long-term shit show. If you don't do anything about Iran,
this is what people don't understand.
Eventually, something will happen.
Well, something happened very soon because they have, or they're close to nuclear weapons. They're close to it. They would use it. Like it's not. This is not like a Russia where it was like we could use it. We might use it. No, Iran would use it on somebody because that's what they're building it for.
Even, check this out. It's not even. Let's say they don't have nuclear weapons.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we don't put it this way. Let's say they don't.
Mm-hmm.
But the bottom line is their enriched uranium levels are in the way above civilian normal, right?
Yeah.
Of the regular civilian use of nuclear power, way above.
Yeah.
And then manufacturing the components, like bringing it. I mean, I'm not saying they would have. Let's say they would only have in 20 years. Well, guess what? They might have in 30.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we deal with them when they already built up more, got more ballistic missiles, got more shit, more of a problem, have already funded even more terrorists in the fucking region, more deaths from those terrorists.
Well, that's
more instability, more economic deals not going through because Iran is still fucking there.
Well, the thing about it is people say this all the time, like Israel can have a nuclear warhead. Why can't Iran? Well, the difference is Iran is building them to use them. They're building them to use them. They're not building them to protect themselves. They're building them to use them on people. That's what they're building for.
That too, but it is the fact that they want to destroy the nation of Israel.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Purpose.
Exactly. That's what they're building them for. They're building nuclear
infidels and all that shit.
Yes, so, that's why you don't allow them to have nuclear warheads.
So do we wait 30 years and then eventually they do use one?
Yeah.
Is that
and by then they could be
solution?
And people don't understand is like
even more of a problem then?
What people don't understand is by the time that happens is the nuclear bomb has gone so far from Hiroshima to now, and if you wait even longer, it'll be even more. It'll be to the point to where you can drop one on New York and it'll level the whole entire city, like where the whole state's gone. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like the whole city.
The capability to do a dirty bomb, but I don't know if they have the capability to employ it. You know what I mean? But I mean, like, yeah, war is horrible. It is horrid. But you have to do something about it. I mean, you cannot just let them sit there and for decades upon decades disrupt economic decisions, disrupt, funding terrorism. I'm not saying this is the perfect way to go, but something has to happen. This is not a good situation. Is your mic fucked up? Fucking worthless. Worthless over in the corner. What's up, Uncle Bucks? Yeah, well, people always do the streams even in gaming. That's right. All right. Well, Grant fixes his mic.
Check. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear your camera mic.
Oh.
Fucking shitty computer.
Oh, that's not showing up. Hey, let me leave and come back in.
Yeah, you do that.
We haven't quite started the podcast yet, so hold on.
Yeah, we're about to start the podcast here in a minute when you come back. Unprofessional. But yeah, that's my take on Iran. If you think Iran is in a tough situation or you think they still have a chance against Israel, you're a fucking fool. If you haven't been watching, you're a fucking fool.
We're good. All right. That has been War Talk with our corresponding Marine. Now we're going to get into some gaming.
Ready for that podcast, baby?
I'm ready. What'd you say? What'd you call?
I called you baby. We're ready for that podcast, baby.
You sound like Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, starting now.
Let's go. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Brent Rolling here with the DMG Gaming Podcast, and as always, I am joined by the Ayatollah of rock and rolla, my boy Ed Phillips.
Damn, look at you.
What up, my boy? That's actually what they call Chris Jericho, but you know, it's the only thing I can think of.
All right, welcome to the DMG Gaming Podcast. We're gonna go over the docket real quick. Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm trying to figure out why your face is distorted like that.
Why my face is sexy?
I don't know. We need to roll the dice on that one.
I got that D20. I got that D20.
Oh man!
All right,
lame.
We did a box opening of the Magic the Gathering and Final Fantasy yesterday. Video's up.
It's pretty cool.
I still got to do the Final Fantasy 6 one. I like the Final Fantasy 6 one. The Commander's deck for that.
Which we didn't talk about. Which one do you? I think the 6 is better than the other one.
I think the artwork is better.
Yeah.
6 artwork, the Commander's
I like
deck.
that one.
Yeah, it's really good. But it's all Final Fantasy 6, you know.
Yeah, it was cool.
But we pulled a Shadow.
That's a foil.
Yep.
That's cool. I
love this one. I'm keeping this. We got this is a common card, but you know everyone saw it over the internet. The Sabin's Suplex, the famous Suplex
against the train. That's cool. That's pretty cool how they did that. Like how they thought of that.
Yep. Now we got actually Sabin Master Monk foil.
Yeah, that's some good artwork, man.
Yeah, it is. Pretty cool one. I like this one actually, just because it's Baron, the Airship Kingdom.
Oh yeah,
I like that one. Got Cactar. Oh, this is not a foil. It's really nothing, but this is one of my favorite ones too. I love Kane.
The Kane, yeah.
And,
they did really good. Now, here's the thing: is we don't know anything about Magic the Gathering.
Love that artwork.
That's the best
really
artwork.
Good.
We don't know anything about Magic, so we don't know if these cards are any good or not. Like we don't know.
I have no idea. But
besides
raw foil too.
Besides, go back and you can see how Ed was manhandling those cards when he was opening them. He had like a death grip.
I thought it did good.
He was like this, hey guys. He was like, hey,
very gentle.
He was like, hey, look at this cloud I pulled.
We didn't pull no cloud.
I'm just saying.
Pulled a Sephiroth though. Oh, type of Sephiroth. All right. So docket. We got gaming news. We got a main subject today. Grant, why is Stellar Blade so successful?
I can think of 2 big reasons why.
If you guys like our thumbnail on that was pretty obvious. Boobs and ass. It's pretty much what the thumbnail is. Then we got a top 10. We're not going to do disgruntled. Well, we got a disgruntled gamer rant.
Well, that's all we're kind of tied together. So I mean,
yeah, it's going to tie together. All right, and then of course it ended our random game roulette.
I feel optimistic about it this time.
You know, the last game was pretty good.
It was.
I'd play it. I'd play that last game.
Japanese baseball
ninjas.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, Grant. Let's go over that game of news.
All right, let's see what we got.
Let's go over that game of news. All right, let me share my screen.
Uncle Buck said, I'm finally dipping my toes in the last APOC.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, that's pretty decent. All right, let's see. Let me get rid of that. All right, you see that?
I see it.
Let me change the screen. There we go. All right, bookmarks. James Gunn blames Warner Brothers for Henry Cavill's exit, but timeline tells another story. So I remember when all this happened, when they were thinking about Henry Cavill. Remember, because they just had Black Adam, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Henry Cavill did a cameo in that.
Yeah.
As Superman.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought Black Adam was pretty decent, dude. Like, I thought it was decent. It wasn't fucking, top tier, but I thought it was okay in the right direction kind of feeling.
That's because people got rock fatigue. That's what it is.
Probably. But
because you have to think when that movie came out, he was basically the Pedro Pascal of action movies.
Yeah.
Of that time.
But I always liked Henry Cavill as Superman. I thought it was a perfect Superman.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Mm-hmm. He's good.
But I remember that came out, and everyone was expecting him to be in the next Superman, of course. He was a popular Superman. And they just...
What's DC? DC can't get out of their own way. I mean, they just...
There was a lot of, like, shady... I don't know if that's the right word, but, like, shady stuff going on that they kind of pushed him out of the limelight. Because he's very... From what I heard, he's very technical. Like, he was very like that on The Witcher, but none of the showrunners listen to him. Well, look at him now. They're fucking flailing right now.
Is the new one even out yet?
Not yet. I don't even know what... I mean, it's supposed to be... What's his name? What's the brother of...
Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Is it Hemsworth?
Liam Hemsworth?
Is that
Liam? Yeah. It's supposed to be him, but, like, the whole luster for that show is done. Really.
I mean, it's kind of like
ever since the last season.
It's kind of like when you take somebody iconic, that's really good for a role, and then you change them up to somebody else.
It's bad when you have someone that's a fan of the series and the books, right? As Henry Cavill is.
Yeah.
Plays Geralt, does a fantastic job at Geralt, at least the first 2 seasons, and then he keeps getting thrown to the fucking side.
Yeah.
Quit being, like, it's not even about The Witcher anymore by the 3rd season. It's about a bunch of side characters that are part of the series and games. They try to put them in the limelight. But
the thing here's the thing is DC is a company, a movie company that shoots themselves in the foot more than anybody. I'm surprised they have no toes. And what I mean by that is, think about this. You remember when Batman and Batman Returns came out, it was Michael Keaton, right? Yeah. Then, like, every Batman that came out after that was like a different person. I mean, it was Val Kilmer, it was George Clooney, and so on and so forth. Like, they couldn't get it right because they kept progressively getting worse after that. He killed it in The Witcher until Netflix and that's true.
Yeah, right. I mean, he did. I thought it was a great girl. I thought it was. The first season had good storytelling. It was setting up a good story, even though it wasn't that accurate to the books and the games. You know what I mean? It was still good storytelling. So it was kind of setting up. It was leading to it was going to be pretty good. It's going to be Netflix's Game of Thrones, somewhat. But then they just got away from it big time. They got away, and there used to be stuff come out here and there about him talking during, like, the production of it, of like, no, this is not how you do it. This should be this way. And they listen to him sometimes, but majority of the time they just started to stop listening to him, and that's when the show started to fail big time.
Yeah. But I mean, also, and then what else happened? I mean, then they had what are some terrible DC movies? I mean, they had Green Lantern, which was god awful. It's so bad that the Marvel version of what's his name made fun of it. Like, that's how bad it was.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
he always made fun of it.
Yeah, I mean, so they had one good Wonder Woman, and then they fucked up the other ones. It's like for every success that they had, the most successful thing that they have was the Dark Knight trilogy, and the third one with Bane could be said it was the worst. I mean, it's still a good movie, but I mean, out of all 3 of them, yes, but that one was still better than everything else. They had a lot of people didn't like the Superman movie. I thought it was good.
I thought Man of Steel was great.
Yeah, I thought it was great. But then, then they start messing with. Then they get their hands on. They start messing with it. You know what I mean? And then they start focusing on the Justice League and all this other crap.
I didn't like Batman versus Superman. I thought it was okay.
I didn't
really like the Justice League until the Zack Snyder cut came out, and I was like, okay, this is actually a lot better.
Yes,
it's like actually what it should have been.
Yeah.
And so I mean, it's like, I don't know, man. Henry Cavill is going off doing his own thing with 40K and Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Let him stay there, and hopefully they listen to him. Hopefully he has some pull there without Amazon doing their check boxes.
So I just want to know, like, how. I just don't get it, man. Like, you have Superman is the most iconic superhero, in the world.
Yeah.
And DC had a chance, has several years of getting this correct to go against Marvel, and Marvel's in a very bad place right now, and DC somehow is in a worse place. Like, it just doesn't make, like, how is that even possible? Like, they can't even beat Marvel when Marvel's not even putting out movies. That's how bad it is. This new Superman's going to suck. Like, it's just not going to be good.
Yeah, some of the scenes I've seen of it in the trailer.
I just don't have any.
I thought the heat vision thing they showed was cool, but like some of it's kind of goofy. You know what I mean?
Scott Adkins would be awesome as Batman. Yeah. See that?
All right, let's keep going before we get stuck on this.
Yeah.
Oh God. Mark Ruffalo and other Marvel actors attend No King's Day protests. The Marvel properties into anti-Trump rhetoric. Gina Carano was fired for social media post.
That's incredible. You see that?
Dude, it's 2-tier system there. You either with the hard left or you're not, and then you're just going to disappear if you're not. You got to be in the in crowd.
Mark Ruffalo is, he just played Bruce Banner. Like, he didn't play the Hulk. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so he's not really like everybody else played a hero.
He played Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner.
Yeah. But I'm saying
he was just Mark Ruffalo.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so he's not even really a cool. The Hulk is a good Avenger, but he's not. Like, nobody. You know what I mean? Like, everybody else played a hero. He just played a scientist.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
I'm kind of over him, dude.
Yeah.
Him and Pedro Pascal. It's like I'm getting kind of diminishing returns here.
We'll see.
We'll talk about this later.
Yes. Oh, boy.
Bungie. Oh, boy, Bungie. Creators of Destiny and Destiny 2. And the original Halos, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Breaking. Marathon delayed by Bungie. Imagine that.
Well, nobody saw that coming.
No one saw that coming. We did.
Yep.
A long time ago. When we first saw the first trailer of it.
Now, people are flocking and saying, "Oh, don't worry, it's just a delay." I think this game might get canceled. I think the studio is about to face some harsh.
But what we said when we first saw the trailer way back in the day, we were like, "What is this? How is this going to pull people from other FPSs to play this game?"
People have FPS fatigue. I know I do. I hate every FPS right now just because there's so many of them.
I like FPSs, but I don't. It's certain. I like unique ones.
Yeah.
Something
I like Helldivers. I'm sorry. I like Helldivers.
I mean, the design of this was really off-putting. It wasn't appealing. Like all the trailers they released leading up to the cancellation, everything I've seen is just like,
yeah,
don't care.
I think it might get canceled, man. I think it's a possibility.
There's a chance it could be. But I just like you go from Destiny to this. I know you're trying to do a different type, something different from Destiny, but going from Destiny, which Destiny back in the day, on the releases, it's fun for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then it gets kind of repetitive. But you go from Destiny to Marathon. Look, it's just it's ridiculous. It's just I don't understand the creative decision or business decision behind this. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand how they think they're going to sell this with how the current market is for FPSs.
I don't know, man. Yeah, he said Marvel Rivals is doing well. That's true.
Well, Marvel Rivals kind of.
Well, everybody loves
Marvel Rivals is doing well because of the design, because of the gameplay, and because of the kind of game it is. Like Marvel's is very popular, and all they had to do was make good designs on the characters,
which they did,
and make it at least somewhat fun gameplay,
which they did,
and it was going to be successful.
Yeah,
and they did it right. It still has a good player base, but this is just like
I don't know. It's just
the
like
designs aren't good to me.
It's just like trying to put a new coat of paint on an old model.
Yeah. All right, let's keep going. Nintendo is banning Switch 2 consoles that use the MIG switch. What is that? MIG switch. You know what that is?
Why'd you say it like that?
MIG? M?
Yeah.
What do you think I'm saying, Grant?
It's perfectly legal dumps of my own cartridge. I don't know what that is. Can anybody tell me what a MIG switch is? I don't know what that is. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what it is and why they're getting banned.
I think Will has a Switch 2.
But the problem is,
because he was playing Mario Kart World the other day.
The bigger problem is the Switch 2 being able to ban your console, like having that capability. You get what I'm saying? Like they're hard locking these. They're hard locking these people. So I don't think, man. I don't like that at all. Like I don't. If I buy a Nintendo, you shouldn't be able to dictate what I can do with it. You know what I mean? As long as I'm not like hacking into the banks, using it as like a port to hack into, as a hacking device or something illegal. You know what I mean? Like, I paid. It's not like it was free. You didn't give it to me.
Yeah, that's weird. Anyway, all right. Claire Obscure Expedition 33 and Stellar Blade selling faster than modern Final Fantasy titles. Why do you think this is happening, Grant?
Because they're giving what people want and not things that would never work, Ed. Final Fantasy kicked themselves in the ass whenever they came out and they said that turn-based games are dead. When they said that, when they basically said that, that's when they shot themselves in the foot. And you had people like Claire Obscure say, oh, wait a minute. That's not true. Let's sit back and watch.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's like we just have this. Don't get me wrong, I love some of the remakes, okay, but it's like we're just getting a rehash of there's no creativity anymore. There's no imagination anymore that I'm seeing from Square Enix. I keep seeing. Every now and then they'll have that big block, big game, but then they'll release a bunch of other crap.
Well, it's like this. It's like what are they doing new? Like, don't get me wrong. I will play the Final Fantasy Tactics remake or remaster, whatever it is. I will play that. But like, if you got to stop focusing on the past, like everybody wants a Final Fantasy IX remake. Well, how about just do a remaster and then move on to something new? Because you're going to spend 9 years on that. First of all, it's bigger than these other ones. So can you imagine how long this will take?
Uncle Buck says MIG Switch is a flash Gen 1 Switch games on other consoles. Okay. Yeah, it's like I don't know, man. I would have hoped that the Sandfall Interactive has given the blueprint for turn-based RPGs. Now let's evolve that.
But do you think Final Fantasy will, or do you think they'll stick to their?
Well,
I don't know, man.
If we think of them as the SquareSoft of old, we would think they would be.
I don't. That's the problem. I don't think anybody does anymore. That's the problem.
You would think they would. Their next mainline Final Fantasy is like, here, we're the trendsetters again.
Yeah, you would think so. But I don't have it. I don't. They have done nothing to show that they even care anymore. They're just going to put out the game that they want and feel people. It's like people. They're selling things off the name itself now. They see the name. That's it. Look at that.
All right. Hideo Kojima praised the Claire Obscure Expedition 33 devs. They only have like 33 team members and a dog. That's my ideal.
That's it. That's from the genius. You get
Kojima
praise like
himself.
that, man. You get praise like that, then you're definitely doing something right.
Yeah. Well, they outsource. They outsource a bunch of stuff.
You didn't give any props to the people in India.
PC Gamer. They outsource. They outsource. Oh, they outsource. That's all they talk about.
PC.
I get they outsource, but this game is theirs. It's their idea. It's their development.
Yeah.
They outsourced it to who they wanted, but behind it, they were the creative driving force for everything.
Yep.
So get over it, PC gamer. All right. I think we're almost done. Oh boy, this is what Square Enix is focused on.
Ah, okay. No wonder.
Yeah. Focus on the pride. Nothing wrong with it, but it kind of gets to a point like, what about your games, dude?
Yeah.
What about your games? We don't care about our games anymore. We are focused on social issues. Social issues are the forefront of everything. No, you're a game company. Focus on fucking gaming and making games. Maybe.
I'm starting, as the years progress, I'm starting to think that Square Enix is less and less.
Here we go.
Well, there we go. I'm starting to think Square Enix is less and less is going to fade into obscurity.
Yeah. All right.
Just because there's going to be so many independent, smaller studios coming along. Because there's going to be studios that come along and take Claire Obscure's advice and things that they're doing and run with it. You know what I mean?
All right.
That's the gaming news. So now
that's the gaming news. Hey, let's get on to some of our main subjects so we can get into the top 10.
Yeah.
It's not going to be that much time here, but we are going to talk about it. All right. Pirate Nation posts Paul Tassi coping about Stellar Blade's success. Yeah, he is coping. All right, so let's remember what Paul Tassi wrote about Stellar Blade at the get-go until he actually played the game. Same thing with Claire Obscure when he was talking about all the amazing reviews that were just they're inflated. They're inflated good reviews. When it's still
but he didn't say that about Dragon Age and all them.
No, he didn't say that about them. But anyway, so Paul Tassi trying to cover for himself, play that gray line, that mid line like he usually does.
He is the ultimate, what we call him?
What?
The stepper.
Oh, the line. He's a habitual line stepper.
He is. He is the habitual line stepper. He is he is the epitome of that.
So his new thing he posts, because, he can't give Stellar Blade its success because it is a very well-selling game all around the world. So he has to talk about this instead. The Stellar Blade curve is interesting, Paul Tassi writes or posts. As you can see, just how Asia-focused it is. Oh, it's all the Eastern gamers. Prime gaming time in the West is pretty much its daily low point. And then he screenshots what it is currently, 52,000 during our Prime gaming. And then when it's the East Prime gaming, it can shoot up to, I think right now it got up to like 190K is the recent most, the biggest one. So guess what? Eastern gamers don't count. Tell me, Grant, was Assassin's Creed Shadows available to the East?
I was about to say that.
Was that available to the East? Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
Were there many AAA games available to the East? Yes, they were.
Mm-hmm.
But the developers of Stellar Blade figured something out, Grant. They figured something out. Just a weird concept. In how to sell. On how to sell
women.
media.
Oh, tits and ass.
Grant, I'm going to explain something to you. This is the secret. You ready for this? You ready for the secret, Grant?
No.
Sell game.
Shh! Don't talk so loud.
All right.
Everybody.
Secret, Grant, is sex appeal. Women with what are the majority of gamers? I think they're male, right? Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why are we whispering? It's kind of weird. We're whispering like this.
To put sexy women in games that have really good gameplay.
Ooh, yeah. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why.
Ooh, yeah.
I sound like macho. I sound like a homosexual macho man, Randy Savage.
And for some reason, that guy is now what from Prepared Artists let us know last week is like the third richest guy in Korea now. The owner of the studio.
Yeah.
So, are we going to continue to lie to ourselves? Yes, you don't have to have sexy women in video games to sell. You don't. You can have a really good game. But it's a very easy concept to make sure you have good sales mixed in with, a good game with good gameplay, good story, which Stellar Blade has all those.
Yeah.
It has a mix of everything. Not awesome, but good to borderline great in all a lot of areas.
That's the thing. I mean, even though all that stuff's in the game, that's what everybody focuses on to discredit it. Like they don't focus on it being a good game. They just focus on it. Oh, Eve's got tits and ass, and gooners. Gooners are everywhere. That's the only people who are playing this game, so they can make mods and then jerk off to it.
Part of it.
But I'm just saying.
I love Stellar Blade. I like playing with an attractive female.
Exactly. But my point is they're focusing.
I'm not a misogynist.
Well, I know that, but my thing is they're saying that's the only reason why it's succeeding. Not the game.
Why am I not a misogynist, or why am I a misogynist for playing an attractive female in a video game? Why do they call me that?
I don't know.
I mean, I like powerful women. Eve is a powerful woman. She's powerful not only because of her combat prowess, but she's powerful for her, of course, attractiveness.
Her assets.
Yep. I mean, let's be real. Men love that. And they have a lot of power. Women have a lot of power because of those things also.
Sex is sold
not just those things.
Since the beginning of advertising.
So we continue to lie to ourselves as a bunch of new age fucking bullshit hippies, I guess, that we've turned into, that this is not what gamers want.
If that wasn't true, Ed,
and this doesn't sell video games. Yes,
Ed, you know what the number one selling thing is in the world? Anybody want to guess? What's the number one selling thing in the world? Pornography. Why? Why is it pornography? Because it's women, naked women. Regardless if people want to believe it or not, because as long as you have an audience for
this is a perfect line. We forgot to share this. This is, of course, a perfect line stepper. Paul Tassi, line stepper Tassi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Paul line stepper Tassi. That's what we're calling him.
He's a habitual line stepper.
Tweet screenshot prevention. I am not saying this is bad. We know what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
We know what you're trying to say.
I'm not saying this is bad.
This is, if you follow Paul Tassi and you take him seriously, this is actually a fucking like punch in the face. This is actually pretty telling that he thinks everyone's an idiot that reads his stuff.
Yeah. Well, he always does this in every single one of his tweets. He knows he's going to get a bunch of stuff. He always plays both sides every single time.
Subscription.
Dude, they would be out of business if that wasn't, if that wasn't true. But I'm saying he always puts both sides in all his tweets to make sure so he looks like he's middle of the road.
Yep.
Oh God, these guys again.
PC gamer. All right.
Surprised they didn't change it during Pride Month.
PC gamer with their outstanding journalistic.
I'm gonna go while you do that. I'm gonna look this up and I'm gonna say who wrote this article. Let's see if it's the same guy.
All right, so PC Gamer post. Stellar Blade sold 1 million units in 3 days on PC, and you can mostly thank Chinese players.
Oh boy.
I mean, it sold well before PC. So what are we talking about here?
Let's see who wrote this.
Well, for the kind of game it is, it sold a lot of copies before.
The same guy wrote it as the last one.
Same guy?
Joshua Wolins.
Yeah.
The same guy who wrote
he's probably Antifa.
He is. He's got a Blue Sky account and all that stuff.
Blue Sky, check mark. Yeah.
He is he's the one that wrote about Claire Obscure.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, what did they write? They had to call out Geoff Keighley or whatever his name is.
Saying that it was dangerous to say. Dangerous. Saying it was dangerous.
Dangerous. Why do people like
dangerous rhetoric?
On that spectrum always say dangerous.
It's dangerous rhetoric. Like, what's going to happen? You mean somebody's going to get mad? Somebody's going to send a memo saying, "Oh, you didn't include me?" You guys have been
more mad about all this stuff than anyone else on the other side. You guys are mad because Stellar Blade is a successful game.
They don't like it when the chuds win, Ed.
I know. It's all about the chuds.
It's always about the chuds and the gooners. They don't like it. Because see now, not only are we split politically in this world, we're also split in the gamer world as chuds and the left. So if you're not part of the Dragon Age crowd, then you're a chud. And if you're not part of the chuds, then you're the part of the Dragon Age crowd. Does that make sense? That's what I mean. It's just like the Crips and the Bloods now. Like what we got going on here? It's the gangs. Rep your side. Rep your set, Ed.
Damn. But to wrap this up, no matter what you say, how many articles you do, the cells talk.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. At the end of the day,
And you
anything.
can say whatever you want, so you can get your clicks and your engagement, and be a complete worthless game journalist because of your political ideology of where you sit in the aisle, which it is how they write. It's what they believe. It drives their fucking world. It drives everything they do in life. Is their social and political ideology when they do this stuff.
And the thing about this is they would have been ready to. They had probably had 2 articles ready. They would. I mean, because they're going to put out an article about this regardless, if it sold a lot of units or if it flopped.
Well, it was a flop. They're going to be like, oh, I guess non-woke goes broke.
Or some stupid shit, yeah.
Anyway.
That's the news, man. I mean, that's
that's our subject, yeah.
With everything going on in the world, there's not really much gaming stuff. So we kind of can't just make up new. I mean, I guess I could make up stuff about you. Could make up stuff about Ed.
What?
You know what time it is? You know what time it is, Ed?
It is time for our top 10. What is today's top 10, Grant?
Our top 10 today is top 10 rivalries in video game history.
Oh, shit.
That's right.
Oh, shit. Do you think of that?
Speaking of Crips and the Bloods, Ed.
Oh, damn. What do you know about that?
I don't, but I'm just saying.
I don't know anything about it. Just shut the hell up. No.
Boy, don't you know I'm from Compton?
No, you're you're from the suburbs. Suburbs of Starkville, Mississippi.
I'm from the CGs, Crossgates.
The Crossgate gated community? No, it wasn't gated.
It wasn't gated. It wasn't that fancy. It was
close.
It was aight, but it wasn't that fancy.
Yeah.
They ain't give us a gate now.
You just think you're a thug.
Me and my boy Charlie Wynn.
Oh yeah. Y'all used to run that neighborhood, huh?
It's just we're the only kids in the neighborhood.
Okay, top 10, Grant. Top 10 video game rivals. It is your turn.
All right. Number 10. You ready for this?
Oh, what is it, Grant?
It's Mega Man versus Dr. Wily.
Oh, yeah. That's old school.
That's right. Coming out with some heaters.
That goes back decades.
Decades. All the way up to the, all the way to the terrible artwork of Mega Man 1.
Yeah. Oh, the roller derby.
The roller derby one, yeah.
Or a front cover.
Yep.
All right. Grant. I was debating on this one. But for number 10, for my point of view, I'm going to go with Dante and Virgil.
Okay.
Yep. Twin demon brothers.
Nice.
With clashing ideologies in the Devil May Cry universe. I always loved their, I would say, beef.
Yeah.
Devil May Cry, though, man. That's my jam.
It's a good one.
Netflix series, not so much. But
number 9. It's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Shredder.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, no,
I would put that more of a cartoon category.
No, the video games.
Yeah, there's been some video games.
There's like 5 of them, Ed.
They originated from fucking cartoon.
It doesn't matter. They have just as many video games as regular Mega Mans on the regular Nintendo.
I'm not going to allow that one.
Don't do that.
I'm not going to allow it.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Just because you didn't think of it.
I actually did. I'm just playing with you. I didn't do it. All right.
Well,
what?
Hey, don't. I got my actually glasses on. Well, actually.
Yeah. You kind of look like him too.
I know. It's okay.
All right. My number 9 was Mega Man and Dr. Wily.
Wily. Dr. Riley.
Wily.
All right. Number 8 is Samus Aran versus Mother Brain.
Yeah, that's a good one. I got one better though.
Okay.
That actually spans more games than just Mother Brain. It's Samus Aran and Ridley.
Ridley.
Beginning of Super Metroid, who do you fight?
Sub-boss.
Who do you fight in so many others?
Sub-boss.
Ridley just keeps coming back.
Really does keep coming back, but it's also just a sub-boss.
That's my number 8, Grant. Samus Aran and Ridley.
All right. I see your Samus Aran and Ridley, and I give you the Belmonts versus Dracula.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay.
That's got to go higher than that,
well,
right?
I got some heat.
That's decades too, man. Everyone knows about the Belmonts and Dracula.
That's right.
They go for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's my number 7.
That's pretty good. I'm going to go with my number 7, Grant, is Master Chief and the Arbiter.
Okay.
Started as enemies for a while, but then eventually became allies. But yeah, that was going through a few Halos. I love that rivalry they had going. And then they become besties.
Oh, besties, huh? Number 6. It's Cloud versus Sephiroth.
Damn. That's what I talk about. Cloud versus Sephiroth, huh?
Mm-hmm. It's one of the most iconic rivalries in Final Fantasy history.
It is. It is. All right, Grant. What number was that?
No, that was number 6.
6. My number 6, Grant, is Sub-Zero versus Scorpion.
That is my number 5.
Sub-Zero versus Scorpion.
So go into your
another
number
one
5.
that goes back a few decades.
Yeah. So go into number your
5.
Your number 5. Yeah.
Do my number 4?
No. You might have the same number 4, so you might have to do it again. I don't know. We'll see.
We might have to. All right. My number. I'm gonna go kind of old school with this.
Okay.
Well, not that old school, but it is old school. Donkey Kong versus King K. Rool.
Okay.
Little Donkey Kong action.
All right.
There you go.
We don't have the same one. Number 4.
Well, I haven't done my number 4 yet.
I mean, I'm on number 4.
Yeah, I know, and I'll be number 4 next.
Okay, that's what I said.
Yeah,
I was cutting you off because that was a terrible pick.
You don't fucking know that.
Number 4 is Ryu versus Ken.
Ryu versus Ken. Yeah, that's my number 4.
Okay. Then number 3, right? It's Link versus Ganon.
That's pretty good. I actually have number 3 is Cloud versus Sephiroth.
Okay.
I mean, that's just
a little late to the party, but okay.
That's just an iconic matchup there, buddy. They even had remakes.
Number 2. It's Mario versus Bowser.
Mario versus Bowser. That's an easy one. Yeah. All right. My number 2 was actually Sonic versus Dr. Eggman.
Okay. Number 1. It's the greatest rivalry of all time. I'm talking about we had blow after blow, commercial after commercial. Ed, Sega versus Nintendo.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a good one.
I mean, that was a 12-round match that Super Nintendo probably finally won in the end.
Yeah, that's true. I kept mind the characters though. Or that
it's gaming.
You try to get one. You try to get that. Nope. Now you try to get that pop. You didn't get no pop.
Got it.
You didn't get no pop.
Got it. 1.
All right, Grant. My number 1, you've already said it. My personal favorite, since I was a kid, is Belmont's versus Dracula.
That's cool. There we go. And that is our top 10. Even though I won, and I won.
I got the D20, dog.
Okay, well, why don't you roll it? I don't trust you.
D20.
Roll it on camera.
I got the D20.
Okay, here's the thing is. All right, here we go. Hold on. So 10 or above, I win. Below 10, you win. But you got to show it on camera. You can't be. You can't just. There's 20 sides. 20.
This ain't like a bunch of high numbers here. Making sure it goes to all right, 2, 3.
Okay, it's 20. It's a 20-sided die.
I'm just making sure, man. You never know.
And the face counts as number 20.
No.
Well, that's for you.
Okay. Well, the face counts as number 20. Then the fork counts as 0 or something.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Magic Gathering symbol.
Or is that a 1? I don't know. Maybe it's a 1.
Well, can I just do? I don't want to move my camera, dude.
All right, be honest then.
Here, I don't want to move my camera.
Okay, then you got to be honest.
Here,
we're on the. Okay, no. Oh God, no! I said just roll the damn dice. Just be honest.
I'll be honest.
Okay.
Right, so you 10 above you, right?
10 or above,
and the skull, right?
And the skull. Yeah.
Is that a skull?
What? I don't know what it is. Roll the damn thing.
That's a pig face. That's a Moogle, dude.
Oh.
That's a Moogle.
I can't see all that. Your camera's like, put your damn dick hands down. Roll the dice.
That's a Koopo. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah, ready.
I'm ready.
All right, rolling now.
So what is it? 16.
I mean, it's a 6 dot.
76.
Or is that a 9?
Okay. All right. You win.
Best out of 5. Best out of 3.
Best out of 3.
16.
All right, we tied. Here we go. This is the winner of the top 10 list.
All right, last one. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, 19.
That's right. Thank you, sir. Give me my trophy. Give me my trophy.
You're lucky I gave you best out of 3. See how fair I am?
You are fair. You are a fair man. I will say that.
If you had the dice, you'd be like,
I'd have lied.
19.
I'd have lied.
19.
I'd have thrown it on the floor.
Nope, there's 19 again.
I'm like 21.
All right.
All right. So here we go. It's that time, Ed.
You ready for that?
All right, I'm ready. I feel optimistic. I'm very optimistic.
You ready for that random game roulette?
But you know what? The odds aren't in our favor. The odds are not in our favor. Like there's about an 85% chance we're about to get a shitty game.
That's a very high chance.
Yeah.
All right. So let me go to, let's see, image.
Give them the breakdown. What are we doing, Ed? Tell them about it, Ed.
Give me a second. All right. Last segment of the podcast is a random game roulette, where we ask AI to give us a random game from any era or any console.
Allen Iverson.
Anyway, we either know about the game or we don't, and we learn some video game history.
All right.
You ready?
You're up, buddy.
I know I'm up.
Your ass down. You ain't up.
I'm always up. I'm ready. I'm always ready.
Oh, shit.
All right, AI, give me a list of random video games from any era.
A list? I should give you a bunch of them.
Give me a game. Give me a
Can't
random
read.
video
Can't
game
read.
from any
You
era
sound
or
like
any
the
console.
kid from Adam's Billy Madison trying to read.
Oh yeah. Give me a list. You want me to do a list?
No, I don't want you to do a list. I want you to pick one game.
All right.
It's not called the random games roulette.
My original tag. Give me a random video game.
Correct.
From any era or any console.
It's not called random games roulette, Ed.
Well, you just mentioned lists.
You said list. You're over there.
Did I say list?
You sound like Porky Pig over there. That's what you sound like.
Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, let's see what we get.
Nope. Can't fake it this time.
Ready?
Yeah. Are you ready? You're the one who's got to find this Japanese game. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
No, man. This is a good game.
It's probably like Kung Fu.
It's a good game, Grant. You ready?
Yep.
All right, let me pull it up. Let me pull it up, Grant. Let me pull that game up, Grant. Let me pull that game up. Oh, shit. It's game of the year right here.
Oh, God, it's terrible.
No, it's game of the year. Game of the damn year. Game of the century. Game of the decade. You ready?
What decade?
Here it is.
Right.
About to pull it up for you. About to pull it up for you, Grant. Game of the decade.
Ninja Bread, man. What is this?
Well, like it usual, I don't know what the fuck this game is.
I never even heard of this game. He's got the Target logo on his head.
Let's do our random facts. Random facts of the video game.
Is this game made by Target?
It was released on the Wii.
That makes a lot of sense.
All right, developer and release. Developed by Data Design Interactive, it was released on the Wii in 2007 and originally on PC in 2005.
Oh, boy.
Infamous reputation. It's widely regarded as one of the worst games.
I mean, here's the thing is, like, you didn't have to say that for me to look at this cover, and I could have told you that.
All right. Fuck.
God.
It's one of the worst games on the Wii due to the poor controls, short length, and buggy gameplay. Something. Short playtime. The entire game can be completed in under an hour. Sometimes even faster if you skip enemies and rush objectives.
Imagine playing this game for an hour.
Shovelware poster child. It became a meme in the Wii era for being one of the many shovelware titles that flooded the system due to the lax publishing standards. I mean, there's some Steam games that can fall in that category. Yeah, PC games. Well, it technically was a PC game first. Failed reuse of assets. It was originally supposed to be a game called Gingerbread Ninja, but the name was changed to Ninja Bread Man mid development to sound more marketable.
I feel like somebody can't. This is what I feel like happened. I feel like somebody got high, right?
Yeah.
And they said, "Bruh, what if we just called it Ninja Bread Man, bruh?"
Yep.
And they
shut the fuck up. Later, the same assets were reused across other terrible DDI games like Anubis 2 and Rock and Roll Adventures.
Oh.
Terrible motion controls. The Wii motion controls were barely functional. Swinging the remote would often not register or trigger random actions. Broken platforming, Grant.
Oh.
The game's camera and platforming were so poorly implemented that the jumping across basic gaps often resulted in failing endlessly. Cult cringe status. We get a lot of those.
we get 80% of those.
Yeah, despite its awfulness, the game has developed a cult status in the gaming community for how legendary
what? These cults,
bad it is.
I need to see what these cults are because these cults are weird. You remember Drake and the 99 Dragons that we got? Like that cult's very weird too. Because that game is terrible. I can't believe I even said that name. I said I would never say that name again, and I lied.
All right, dude. We got to talk about something else after this.
Uh-oh.
Dude, we can't end the podcast on a game like this again.
Uh-oh.
We got to add a new... We're going to have to develop a new segment after Random Game Roulettes.
Okay.
All right. So, anyway, Ninja Bread Man. Wii gameplay. I'm sure this is going to be fantastic.
The best thing about this game is the logo.
All right, Grant. Sharing screen. Let me close that. Stop screen sharing. Ninja Bird Man.
Ninja Bird Man. What'd you say?
It doesn't matter.
At this point, it really doesn't.
You like that scenery change? No, I couldn't really tell. How about this, Grant? Oh, is that not stimulating enough for you, Grant? Here, I got some more for you.
Is this one level?
What?
Is this all one level?
No, this is like you're about to beat the game.
So it's just one level? The whole game is just one level? This guy beat it in 9 minutes and 31 seconds.
Okay.
That's terrible. That guy wasted 9 minutes and 31 seconds, so he'll never get back of his life.
IGN give it.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah, you haven't done that for a few of these.
Well, I didn't think that.
You got to go to IGN, especially the newer, well, I'd say more recent games. You got to get an IGN score, dude.
It got a 1.5 out of 10.
That is terrible.
That's actually higher than it deserved. They said they're wrong again. They're actually too generous.
All right. Yeah, so that was Ninja Bread Man. Hope you guys never have to see that again.
No, and I hope we never have to mention it again. Oh, I have to see it when I make this video for it. Other than that, I hope I'd never see it again after that.
Okay, our next segment. What's up, Prepared Artists? Thanks for joining.
What's up, man?
The next segment is...
You just added a segment. Okay.
I just added this new segment to the podcast.
All right, here we go. All right, here we go.
I mean, it's probably not going to last because I just want to do something after that horrible shit show of Ninja Bread Man on the Wii.
Okay.
All right, this next segment, you get to ask Ed whatever you want.
Okay.
You want to know something? Ask a question about something? And you want my opinion on something? Ask ahead. Grant, you can participate too.
Okay.
So this is Ed's corner of asking questions after the Random Game Roulette because we usually get shitty fucking games during a Random Game Roulette. That's the entire segment name.
So every time we get a shitty game, we're going to... So we don't have the segment if we have a good game, but if we have a bad game, we get an Ed
bad
segment.
Games, we have a new segment. Is Ask Ed anything.
Oh boy, this is going to be like a staple then.
Yep. All right. Grant, you can even ask anyone in chat can ask any questions, and I'll answer them.
I'll start it off. Ed, what was the first thing you noticed about Final Fantasy VII that drew you in?
It has to be the cover.
No, I'm talking about the actual gameplay. I'm sorry. Like when you first turned it on, like what was the thing that like
talking about like the first
yeah
time
yeah
I
yeah
saw it?
no. I mean when you turned it on and you were going, like what was the thing that was like, oh shit, this is gonna be a great game? Like how did you know it was gonna be a masterpiece?
I'll tell you.
Is a fair question.
The first time I would say how I first recognized it or first saw it. Right.
Mm-hmm.
The first time I saw the Cloud. You know, I didn't know who he was at first, but he had that big ass fucking Buster sword, right?
Mm-hmm.
Staring up at a city, and the background was white. But I remember seeing that in a computer lab, waiting on my mom to get off work when I was young. But I remember seeing it on the internet, and then I started like search stuff up. This is back like on Metacrawler days, right?
Oh yeah.
You know, Metacrawler. This is before Google.
Mm-hmm.
But I will research it, and they had a website, and I got to see a Final Fantasy VII website. I was like, holy shit! And they had Tifa. I mean, I was old enough to know Tifa, you know, Tifa's assets. But yeah, I just love the characters. I love the look and everything like that. But anyway, the first time I saw that Final Fantasy was going to be a masterpiece was, I would say, the first part of the game in Midgard when you discover Sephiroth and Genova's well, you don't really connect the dots yet, but you kind of can see that cutscene.
Yeah.
Of that, but what got me was the limit break stuff too. I thought that was the coolest thing.
Yeah,
that's the first time they ever introduced limit break. You know, I always thought that was so cool. But yeah, but Cloud really brought it into me, and just the music and the story at the very beginning, you could tell where it was going.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
We got any more questions? Anybody got a question for Ed? You can ask him anything you want.
Yeah. Come on, Grant. I know you got some.
Let's see. Let me think. Remember that time? Okay, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What were you thinking the night that you wore those Timberland boots with that suit in the 10th grade?
Why you got to bring that up, dude? Why you bring that up?
Okay, here we got a real question.
Hold on. Before I get to that, you remember I asked you. I was like, "Hey man, how does this look?" You were like, "Hey man, it looks good, bro."
I set you up on purpose,
good, bro, and you set me up.
Look, man, look.
I knew in my head, I was like, "This looks like shit."
I said, "Ed, them Timberland boots look good with that."
I had some dark pants on and some fucking. I mean, those things were more borderline white.
Dude, I said, Ed, them Timberlands look good with that suit. Ed wore that bitch to a convention. There was so many fine women there. But Ed got me back. I will say this.
Yeah, I got you.
Like Ed, because believe it or not, you probably could believe it, but when I was younger, I was really fat. Like I was very fat. And that was like always the joke or whatever. So we'd always joke about that. And then we're on the elevator going back to our room or whatever. And Ed said, "Yeah, I know, you fat ass." And as soon as he said it, the doors opened and there was like these beautiful women, that heard it. I was so embarrassed.
They were like giggling and stuff. Yeah, I got your fucking ass.
You did. You got me back, man.
All right.
So hold on. I'll ask the questions here.
All right. No, it's on the screen. I can read it.
No, you can't. Uncle Buck says, "Will they ever make another Metal Gear Solid game, and how woke will it be?"
I don't think they will. They'll just continue doing the remakes until Kojima comes back in the fold. If they do make another Metal Gear Solid, like a new game without copying anything else, I think it will fail miserably. I really do. Because Konami is really focused on mobile shit. And I just don't see them making a Metal Gear without Kojima. Yeah. At least a successful one, I would say that. Right. I just don't think they're equipped for it anymore. And I don't think they have it in them to make one. But they'll make remakes.
I feel like you seen that sign every time I get ready to talk, you keep adding more to it. Like you remember that scene from what's the name where he's that where what's his name's the hairstylist? Adam Sandler. What's it where he's the
Zohan?
Yeah. You remember when he's on the phone, he's giving the phone number?
Yeah.
That's you. That's how I feel. Right. Are you sure? Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, Ed. Prepared Artist wants to know, who's your favorite character in Final Fantasy VI?
Final Fantasy VI?
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is a little bit tough for me. My absolute
He said it was your favorite character in Final Fantasy VI, and that's what you're
I have to go with Cyan.
Okay. That's good.
Close second tied. I would go with Sabine and man, I really like all of them, but I go with Sabine. I love Celeste because she was always a hot one, right?
Yeah.
The girl with the sex appeal, but
Yeah.
like was a badass.
General. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mine was Locke.
Yeah, I know yours was Locke.
I'm sorry. They're not asking me, are they? They're asking
No,
you.
they're not. These are questions for me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But yeah, I'd say Cyan.
I'll get my own. I'll just get my own corner, Ed.
As he was a swordsman, samurai like guy. Well, where'd he come from? Doma Castle, right? Was that Doma?
It was Doma Castle. Yeah. It was.
He's a fucking cool dude, man.
Oh, that's cool.
All right.
Well, as we get more people, we'll get more questions. I like this segment. It's a good idea. If y'all
got
want
any other questions?
Me? Do I have any more questions?
Yeah, you got the glasses on. I thought you were smart. You're an intellect, right, Grant?
Well,
your glasses are still crooked, but it's okay.
It's the headphones, man. It's the headphones.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's the headphones, dude. Let's see if I got another question for you, Ed. Who's your favorite Chrono Trigger character? Now, you can't say Chrono.
Why not?
Because that's like the default.
I go Magus.
Good answer.
Magus.
Good answer.
They're all good characters, though, but Magus is the best.
Robo is mine.
Robo?
Mm-hmm. That Uzi punch is nasty.
No like if you get nasty as Magus, dude.
Yeah, but it just took you had to but here's the thing is to get his dark bomb and all that stuff, you had to like grind your ass off to get it.
The tech skills or the what do they call them? The arts you can do, like dual arts and stuff like that.
The triple arts with him. His triple arts. He had one that was with Chrono, Robo, and him that was really nasty, but it took forever to get it. Like you had to like grind your ass off to get it.
Another great character,
Shadow.
Just
turn that into a T-shirt.
Yeah, I got an interceptor in here too. We pulled an interceptor, so we got interceptor and Shadow.
Oh
shit!
Aren't you cool?
I ain't cool. I'm gonna roll my D20 dice over here.
All right, yeah, we don't have any more questions.
Okay,
but we'll get some next time.
Cool.
It's a good segment. I like this. Ask Ed anything. I'll come up with some theme music for it.
Yeah. Better be badass.
Nah, it's gonna be something fucking lame. Like, it's not unusual to be loved by someone.
Hey, I'll bust out that Carlton dance.
Okay. No, the fuck you won't. Anyway. All right, you guys. We appreciate y'all tuning in. That's the podcast. Go like us on all social medias. I'm not even gonna try to name them. If there's a social media for it, we have it. Again, we are live on Tuesdays and Fridays.
Hold on, before you end it.
Okay.
We will have a Dune Awakening review.
Oh.
Maybe next week. I want to get more.
Why'd you say it like that?
Yeah, we pulled Vincent Valentine prepared.
That was tight.
Fucking awesome. I love that.
Why'd you say Dune Awakening and then do your hands like that? Dramatic over here, fucking setting the tone for it.
Dune Awakening, we will have a review probably next week. If I just got to make sure I get some more gameplay in it before we do the review. Okay. But to give a short little spill on it, I don't like survival games. It's kind of like the same shit. Dune has kept me engaged, and I'm actually enjoying playing it.
Nice.
I mean, I like the universe. I like the Dune universe, but it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, well, there we go.
For a survival MMO, pretty good.
Well, I can't wait to hear the review.
Okay.
Anyway, back to the. Anyway, guys, now we appreciate y'all tuning in. We will. Anything else we got to add? Is there anything else? Oh, soon there'll be DMG Gaming Pod. Segment. DMGGamingPod.com will be open soon after I finish building the website. So we'll have that.
There's not a DMGGaming.com?
Maybe. I haven't got it set in the stone yet. I haven't picked it.
So it's going to be horrible.
This shit gonna look like AngelFire.com.
Go to the D20.
What does it say?
Over 10 is going to be shitty.
3.
It's 19.
Oh,
it's going to be shitty.
Oh God. There you go, Uncle Bucks. Think of some good questions, and if you got good top tens, let us know a good top 10.
We'll have that segment unless it's a really good game.
Yep.
But 90% of the time it's a shitty game, so we'll have that segment. Most likely we're going to have that segment next week.
Think of a bunch of questions. Y'all think of a bunch of questions. Ed will answer them. And if y'all want to know some secrets about him to ask him, hit me up and I'll tell you. I'll give you some good questions to ask him.
No, man. I'm 100% truth. Hey, this ain't no truth and dare.
I'll
just tell you the facts.
I'll tell you. Ask me some questions about the 10th grade. I ask.
The straight facts here, brother. Straight facts.
You could ask me, what was that time? What was I thinking that time I farted on the trampoline in front of those girls?
What was that time you were thinking when you took that 300-pound girl to fucking, what was it?
Oh, I did.
Some summer dance or spring dance or something?
It wasn't.
Like that?
No, that was Sheena.
No.
Same.
Well, like Shamu.
Hey, we were both the same size, so we kind of like the same thing. So I didn't have a choice.
Okay.
You think I was getting like the cheerleader, even though I wanted her?
You did.
I did. You did. We're gonna look, guys. We're gonna have one episode where it's just talking about our we're gonna bring in a friend who can vouch for everything that we do because he was part of it too.
Well, then most of the podcast is going to be about him.
Oh yeah,
because we got so many stories on him.
It's gonna be hilarious. It'll probably be the funniest podcast we've ever done. I swear.
Yeah.
So I gotta tune in for that. But anyway, guys, it's enough rambling. We'll holler at y'all Friday. Peace.
Peace.